Welcome. It feels like ages since I've made a video. Haven't been doing much on Instagram because I've been working on an interior design job, which has been amazing to do something creative. And if you don't know, this is what I did before I became a spiritual teacher. So, how are you doing? And how are you riding through this new paradigm shift that we're experiencing? And if you've studied the other lessons, you will understand a bit more that this is a thing, and we are so privileged to be on earth at this time so that we can learn and grow, but also to detach ourselves from some of the old ways that we as humans had to go through. So, this includes karma, this includes healing the body, this includes manifesting more easily, and just means that life isn't so much of a struggle anymore when you've opened the doorway to your inner self to connect to source energy or God or whoever you call your creator. And I don't know about you, but I found that life has become easier, more gentle, more beautiful. Maybe that's just the way that I'm looking at the world. But I think the biggest thing that we all have to start doing is forgetting everything that we've ever been taught or learned, because the way that we're moving forward into this new paradigm, nothing in this uh, bilateral world of duality will be part of what is coming. So we are definitely not going backwards. We passed with flying colours on the December the 21st. Enough people are on Earth that have awoken, and this is lifting the crystalline grid of Gaia, which we're feeding into, and she's feeding into us, which is going back via our higher self to source. So it's absolutely incredible what's going on, and I'm just gobsmacked every day, really, to think that we are not only part of it, because everyone is part of it, but to be aware and to be able to kind of use some of the tools that we've been learning along the way to help our journeys to make it a bit easier. So try and start putting the old ideas of what you knew into a box and seal it and kind of put it to the side and allow yourself to come into this new era with no preconceptions, to be in awe of what is going to happen, to believe in yourself, to trust in this new paradigm, to be able to experience more. So, this, the last couple of months for me have been mind blowing. I've been on another huge growth spurt, and they come and go. And I kind of today I'm kind of thinking, right, that is enough. I need to get out and shine my light, and to not be quite so isolated, which is difficult because I'm sure you're experiencing that some people in your life have moved away, maybe family or friends, because they don't think the same way as you. And it isn't easy, but everyone will catch up eventually. So I'm going to do a later lesson about this because I want to get this one done today, which is amazing. Um, to kind of give you some advice about the next steps moving forward, because this division that we are finding ourselves in is not helping bring peace on earth. And there is a way of getting around that. So before we get to how to solve the problem, let's do a little bit more learning about how you can find another incredible part of your body. So, if you've done my 10 lesson program, you will have experienced that we're not the mind, that we have this inner voice. But there's another level to this learning, and today we're going to meet the innate. So, the innate is a quantum field of energy that exists in all things, but we're going to be looking really today about the body and how this quantum field surrounds our aura and also is part of the nuclear construction of our DNA, and how we can use this to heal the body, which is what I've been doing on my knees. Those that know me for a while will know that I had all this surgery last year, spinal surgery to fix my knees, which didn't work. But it was all part of the process, and it has led me to this learning. Everything always happens for a reason. And I've been doing this self-healing on myself as a case study, really, to be able to explore and explain a bit more about how it works. But I would say that I'm at least 80% better in less than a month. So it really works, and it might be something that will complement your practice if you're a healer, or to be able to help yourself if you're struggling with something. Yeah, and it's absolutely fascinating. So, if you bear with me for 1 second, I will load up the lesson and we will get started. Um, yeah, and then I'll do the recommendation now. So, part of this learning that we're going to do today um, really stems from when planet Earth was originally formed. So, this planet was seeded by other civilizations from other planets who have been through the same awakening that we are. So you will have heard about Lemuria and Atlantis. And this is what I'm studying at the moment to understand a little bit more about this. And portals that we have in the earth and where the energy is strongest, and about civilizations that live in inner earth, and it's absolutely fascinating. So I am at present reading this series, Telos. I'll just give you one. This first bit is just 3 books, and it explains really about the beginning of time, how when we were seated on earth, we were an enlightened being. Our DNA was absolutely perfect. We were spiritual beings with all of these amazing superpowers. And then over time, our DNA got corrupted, but the blueprint of our DNA still exists in all of us. And this is really kind of what we're tapping into, what this lesson is about today. So just bear with me and I'll load up the lesson, but these books are amazing. So order those if you want to find out a little bit more about how it started in the beginning. So, meet Innate. I've managed to not look quite so tangerine. Yes, Innate. So this is a quantum field that exists in our aura, in the universe, in the bits that we can't see, and all the way through our body to our cells. And as I explained in the introduction, the blueprint of our DNA holds the original design of humans: perfect health, enlightenment, ease, manifestation, telepathy, all of the amazing things that are coming in this new world. So, let's just get past that. So we are so much more than we actually know. We think of ourselves as a detached body, alone, walking the earth, struggling, but actually this is not so. Our field of energy spans more than 8 meters around us. So we are touching people and them touching us as we're going about our daily lives. But also innate, needs instruction. So we go our whole lives getting to this point where innate just does its own thing. It makes sure that it fights disease, it makes sure that it goes through the aging process. It just does what it needs to do by replicating the cells that rejuvenate. We know that the skin rejuvenates and the blood rejuvenates and the body and the liver and all of our tissues. But we can actually instruct this to do amazing things. So, to contact your innate, you just have to focus inwards. So, if you imagine in your mind's eye, you can do this with your eyes open or in meditation, you're going into your body, and first of all, you're greeting innate. Hello, beautiful innate. I can't believe we've lived alongside each other for all of these years, but I'm here now to instruct you because the consciousness is the boss, to work with me to slow down my body clock, to reduce aging, because in the past we've been able to live hundreds and hundreds of years, but this has got shorter and shorter the more we've got detached from innate. We can instruct innate to work on cells in our body that are not functioning properly. We can speak to innate to find out what is wrong in the body. We are in control. So your communication should always be with loving care, like the ego. We've discovered that it isn't perhaps our best friend, but we love it because it's part of our body. And this is the same for innate. But you have to be very clear, not only that you believe you are in charge and in control, but you are also lovingly guiding it as the master. Because source energy is the master of all of us, but we are part of everything. And the cells are waiting for our instruction. So this is quite amazing, and you will know when you've contacted innate because you will kind of feel this kind of vibration, this chill, if you like, where it's like this meeting of another part of yourself happens. So all of the things that you will want to develop, your health, your well-being, your age, your appearance, your ability to bring things into your life that you require, will all be via innate. So this is going to be your very, very best friend. And I recommend that you speak to innate every single day with firmness, with love and kindness, and with total belief that you are able to instruct it as the master. So our DNA is very, very complex. But if you imagine that there is a field of quantum energy around your DNA cells, parts of the DNA just do their own thing. They are instructed by innate to reproduce, to keep us alive, to keep us as well as possible, to fight off infectious diseases. But you can do so much more. Now, there is a spontaneous healing that can come from innate, but we're going to just focus today on beginning to make contact and to trying out a few techniques. You know, if you've got bad knees or bad back, or you suffer from frozen shoulder, or you have bad acne, or you get terrible migraines, or whatever it is, you can use innate for all of these things. I want you to visualize that your trillions of cells in your body are under your control. And by speaking directly to the blueprint of your DNA and giving instruction at that point, you are changing your DNA to become more who it was in the very beginning. And it's quite miraculous making this contact with the physical body. So if you've worked with me personally, we will have discussed this, I would imagine, at some point during our lessons, that our our physical body, um, when we become spiritually enlightened, or at least on the journey, we kind of become detached from it. But the work as a spiritual being, and especially as an old soul or healer, is to firstly to wake up, to start asking who am I, and then taking yourself to a place of, oh my gosh, I can see the world in a completely different way. I have come out of this duality. But some people stay at that place and become sort of new agers, just talking about the light and how beautiful it is, and existing at this place without really completing the spiritual journey. The real journey for light workers and for people that are really invested in developing as much as possible in this lifetime is to come back into the physical body, to master innate, our DNA, and all of the other processes in this quantum field, in this quantum energy. So if you thought that your spiritual journey, because you are awake, is over, I'm afraid that's not the case. That was what I thought as well, until I've kind of explored further and been gifted all of this new information. But changes your life. Can you imagine if you can extend how long you live on Earth? Can you imagine how wonderful it would be to never have to go to a doctor again, or that you could heal others? It's just extraordinary that we have all this in our body that we have forgotten and is kind of locked away in the future, which will become more available to everyone. But you're kind of hearing this first, and it will be your job to instruct others when you've mastered this. But I would, rather than just telling everyone about this, I would really do case studies on yourself, so that you are in full belief to be able to do this and help others. So our quantum field, and we looked at this in one of the previous lessons. Apologies for the trains again. Um, we have this ethereal body in 7 stages around us. But really, this is only the beginning of our magnificence, of our energy. And we go so much further than this. Not only are we connected through our higher self to source God energy, so we are part of the beautiful magnificence of everything there is, but we then individually are part of our own personality that we've chosen before we come. But we are also part of our physicality, of our body. So when you're thinking about yourself and falling in love with yourself more, because this is kind of a really big step that you need to get to be able to love yourself enough to be able to connect with the body and with innate, is to imagine yourself as such a huge uh, influence of energy that you are aware when you're walking down the street, when you're smiling from your heart center, that without saying anything, you are touching people, you are lifting people, you are showing them that there is this higher vibrational energy, which is like a magnet, really. And just on that point, something that I was learning this morning actually was that a magnet, a physical magnet like we know in the world, is, even though you've got two opposite parts, they are magnetized together for eternity. So this is really kind of what's going on Earth at the moment. We have people that are not ready quite to wake up yet, and we have the people that are on their spiritual journey. So you've really got two opposites. But the bond between a magnet is where we should be uh, existing and behaving. So my feeling going forward from this is that I'm going to take a little bit of a break from study. I've got enough to be able to make many lessons for you, and to really get out into the world, to start trying to bring peace on earth, which is really at all of our jobs, if we are uh, spiritual or not spiritual, is to kind of get back to this natural feeling of being a magnet, because it takes so much energy to pull a magnet apart. Um, we have to feed ourselves a lot to be able to keep this distance. It's a waste of energy. So every time that you are thinking, I'm isolated, this shift has caused me to lose all my friends and family, why don't you try and start not mentioning about what you know, what you believe in, but just remixing yourself back into society and using your quantum energy, where people are almost kind of saying, I want some of what you've got. Why are you so happy? Why are you so balanced? Why are you so calm? You feel good to be around. Now, this is going to be a much better way of helping people wake up, which is the natural progression of the planet. And just to give you an idea here, if you imagine this awakening period, some people think it's going to happen like that. I was one of those. If you imagine that this period of awakening to become the full golden age of enlightenment on earth, to be 1,000,000 years, we are in about year 2. Now, time is accelerating and we are being pushed to go through this quite quickly, but we do have a fair way to go. But I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, from my knowing, that every day we are taking huge strides to a world of magnificence that we've never seen before. So keep the faith, keep the trust, try and establish peace on earth, try and mend relationships, and not focusing on what's going on in the world. That will be taken care of. You don't need to stand on the rooftops trying to protect humanity, discussing all of the stuff that's going on, because what you're doing is you're feeding into fear, and you are just giving more weight to that side, which is being cleaned up naturally. Spirit works in magnificent ways. So just focus on love from your heart center. So you might want to go back and have a look at this in a bit more detail, this slide about your etheric and emotional and mental body, astral, etheric template, celestial and casual body. But just think of all of these as quantum energy and out into the field, into infinity, really. We are so powerful, we have no idea. So becoming a master, as I said earlier, is knowing what you know and what you are learning, but not staying in this elevated place of light, non-physical knowing. We have plenty of time to do that when we're not incarnated into the body. And to really become a spiritual master, which at the end of the day is why we're here, is to master the game of life. And all of your high vibration that you've been learning through with me and through other sources is here to help humanity to expedite this awakening process on the planet and to bring peace on earth. And this is going to make it better for yourself, but also for the planet. And we are all here to help each other. To really step into feeling one. One with your neighbor, one with your enemy, one with the planet, one with the universe, one with the galaxy, one with the higher dimensions that we've looked at. You are a part of all of this, but in this physical body, in this timeline. Also to trust, which I know is a really difficult one. But that's why I said to put all of the knowing that you've ever had throughout your life into a box and kind of put it to the side. Everything that you are experiencing now and are going to will have no relevance to the learning that we have had before. So rather than having this fighting going on where the mind is going, no way, it's good to kind of just say, you know what, I'm just going to go back to being childlike. I'm just going to take pleasure in the beauty that I see around me, that in the joy of laughter, in the joy of feeling at one with everything, and coming back to this neutrality, this place of space, so that you can progress. To have the patience. So I've just explained that this is like a 1,000,000-year journey, and the wisdom to know that everything happens in its own perfect time. And there is no rush, because even if you are an old soul like I am, and again, this is latest learning, I knew that I'm at level 5 out of the 7 levels that you know about. And I was like, if I work really hard in this lifetime, maybe I won't need to come back again. But I have since learned that there is no way that old souls will be allowed to not come back to Earth. I mean, it is our decision. We have free will. But we'll want to come back and see the finale. And when we come back next time, because we're in this new energy, we will wake up as enlightened souls. We will surprise our new parents, whoever we choose, by walking very quickly, by spouting wisdom almost as quickly as we can speak. So this old way of forgetting and having to come back and to remember everything is over. Every time we finish a lifetime, and when we learn how to work properly with Innate, we can extend our lifetimes to hundreds of years. As long as we want to be here, really, we will have the choice when we want to go to 6th dimension, and to higher dimensions after that. So the life of struggle that we have experienced over the thousands and thousands of lifetimes that we've lived before is completely different. So that should give you some excitement and encouragement about moving forward. It is, everything you're doing is going to stand in good stead, not only for now and everyone that is around you, but for your personal soul development over future lifetimes to come. And I guess the last thing about becoming an established master is to be so confident in your brightness without having to say anything, really. Getting to the point where you are able to send so much love from your heart center while you're chatting to somebody, where they have absolutely no idea what's going on, but you kind of see a little smile appearing on their face. They're leaning a little bit closer. Oh, I've heard about that. Tell me more. Or just being fascinated that you are a balanced human and they want some of that. So use these tools rather than all about what you're telling people, because if they're not awake, the mind will be in the way for them, and the ego will be going, no, you know that the ego doesn't want you to find your spiritual side, your inner knowing, your subconscious, your innate, all of these amazing things, just wants to keep you safe and trapped in duality. And also to really step into this this feeling of love and cooperation and harmony and peace, and allowing this to be the new vibration that is coming out of your being at all times. And what you'll find is that synchronicities will start occurring more. Be very aware because they're very subtle. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. The other day I was looking for something and I was sure that I'd put it on the sofa. And I looked and I couldn't find it. I spent about 20 minutes looking for my keys and I couldn't find them anywhere. But when I did find them, because they dropped down the back of the sofa, I remembered that the sofa, the blanket on the sofa, was pulled away, which it never is, a little bit exactly where the keys were. Now, had I been a bit more aware and had believed that the universe was helping me solve this problem, I would have saved myself 20 minutes. So that's the kind of synchronicities that I'm talking about. Besides meeting people that you keep bumping into in the street, if there's somebody you keep meeting, you're supposed to meet them, arrange a coffee, sit down and find out why, and many other things. I'm going to talk about manifesting on a later video because there's lots of tips that I want to share. But this is such a massive lesson today to learn how to be able to quantumly heal your body and to become grounded in who you are. So I recommend that you speak to your innate every day. Visualize. You can just do this with me now. It always helps to put your hands over your heart center because it holds your attention here. Just imagine in your mind's eye that you have trillions and trillions of cells in your body. They are all running around doing what they do every day. They know how to do the work, but they would love to be instructed and to be pointed to do a better job for you. They are here to do their best. So after greeting your innate, hello innate, I'm so pleased to be in contact with you. I can't believe that we've lived side by side for all of these years. I am excited to work together with you to heal my beautiful body with so much love that I share with you and with the Source Creator. My wish, my command to you, in my case, would be to make sure that my knees are healthy and strong, that all of the tissue around my knee area and my back is revitalized, rebuilt in its own perfect time. I understand that the body has cycles of repair and that this will not be instantaneous, but I trust that you will work and do everything you can to bring my body into optimum shape with loving kindness, with wisdom. And if you need to go to the Akash, to my records of my previous lifetimes, to bring knowledge back into my physical body where I was healthy and strong, please do so. I give you permission. And I will check in with you every day. And if you need to advise me about my body or anything I need to be aware of, please let me know. I am listening. I am in control and we will work together. I love you. Thank you. So that was an example really of coming into your body, and as I was saying that, I could feel all my cells were all jumping around. It's almost like they're having a party. They're so excited to make this connection with your consciousness. And if you imagine bringing all this light into your body, because you are now connected to source, you can never go back. What you're doing is you're bringing this energy and you are forcing it into your body to make you feel more healthy. So please let me know how you're getting on. When we have the next live, I will be asking this. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And if you're managing to heal your body, please let me know how you're getting on, or if you're getting stuck in any way. But I mean, this is such a powerful lesson to know, and I'm sure over the years to come, there are going to be so many other things that I find out that I can share with you. But this is real, and we are in a new paradigm, and this is the new world, and it is only going to get better. So just believe in yourself, believe in this amazing quantum energy that we are blessed to be in, and do your very best to bring peace on earth and to help others awaken, whether it's through telling them, which they probably don't want to hear. Let them find out themselves, but just bathe them in beautiful light, and you will be doing what you came to do, to help humanity. So until next time, sorry about that. So until next time, or at least to the live, I wish you so much joy and love and success in everything you do, knowing that the energies are just so much easier to work with now. And the more you believe, the more you're going to see these amazing synchronicities appear in your life. It truly is a magnificent time to be alive. So until next time, until the next lesson, please focus on Innate, touch in with it every day, and I look forward to hearing that you've had amazing results. So until next time, all my love. Bye.